they're starting off with a few interesting looks.
Yeah, coming off center, a little flip. Ramondre Stevenson. Powerful run on the edge. Henry, the tight end, in motion and blocking for Stevenson. Found a hole. Good jump to the right. And Ramondre Stevenson. Nice 9-yard run there on first down. Second and 1. That's Demario Douglas, rookie, who they like a lot here in New England in motion. He's got the ball on the edge, and that's why they like him. Shiftiness and speed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. Chargers week 1, 234 rushing yards against the Dolphins. Jones blitz goes down. It is David Long Jr. 3 yards to get for the first down. Tua throws complete. Braxton Berrios working the sideline. He'll get to the 31-yard line. Fullback Alec Ingold's the lone back. He's out. The throw is complete inside to Jalen Waddle. Gets right near the first down line, the 42-yard line against this New England defense. Playing on the outside now. 2nd and 7. Toss Mostert. Good block to spring him, and a first down to the 45-yard line.
Win in the red zone because then you get a little more compact. It's tougher with that speed to get it, make an effect.
To out quick Tyreek. First catch of the night for Hill. The other back comes in. Twin little pop. There goes Ahmed with speed to the edge inside the 10-yard line. Nice play design. It's 1st and goal, Miami, as Ahmed takes it deep in the red zone. Patriots bring an extra rusher. Tua stumbles and has to throw it away. All-pro kicker. 2020. First on the score sheet tonight. Zeke remains in for 3rd and 3. And 5 in the pattern, and Mac Jones' throw is complete to Devontae Parker for the first down. Long wanted the offensive pass interference. There is a flag down back in the secondary. Jones always hits a high percentage in the first quarters of games. He's now 7 for 7 as he hits Hunter Henry, the tight end, for a gain of 9 to the Miami 48-yard line. 3rd and 8 coming now. Stevenson stays in to block. Good throw over the middle of Pop Douglas. Demario Douglas lost the football. Trying to get on it with Stevenson. Let's see, he and Duke Riley there, and Miami comes up with the recovery. Tyreek going to turn and head upfield as Tua gets rid of it. Caught by Hill. Big hit, but he's got the first down after the gain of 8.
But just anticipating that he would see Tyreek or Jalen or somebody sprinting through the back of it, time it out perfectly. They made so many big plays.
Toss to Ahmed, got out of the Jabril Peppers tackle and gets a first down across midfield to the 48-yard line. Tua throws it on time, on target. Jalen Waddle to the 33-yard line. A pickup of 16.
And they'll stick to it until the second half, and then you'll see something completely different.
Hill in motion again to Waddle on that same side. Dancing, weaving, Waddle on the run. Inside the 20, and he stumbles at the 15-yard line. It's a gift to Mostert. Got a good block on the edge, and Mostert's to the end zone for the touchdown. Durham Smythe, the tight end, with the block on the edge. Mostert with the game's first score.
You know you probably have to put up 30.
Stevenson split out. Dolphins bring 4. Jones' pass is complete right near the first down marker with Juju Smith-Schuster. They look ready to come. They bring 5. Jones hit by Van Ginkel.
Better get on it.
Comes out. It is ruled incomplete. Of a big play. 3rd and 7. Bring in 4. Tua throwing for Waddle. Nothing happening. Miles Bryant again in coverage. And after 2 long drives to start the game of 13 and 11 plays. Patriots desperate for some offense, taking over from their own 34 after the penalty. Blitz on right away. Mac Jones got rid of it right away. And Mike Gesicki's got a first down. Gain of 10 for the former Dolphin. 3.5 to the half. Mac Jones, Devontae Parker, away from attack for the first down at the 32-yard line. 3rd and 9 for Mac Jones. Throws middle, it's incomplete, nearly intercepted off the hands of Parker. or the first game. So this is his first field goal attempt as a Patriot. And Ryland knocks it through. Mostert turns it upfield, has the first down. He's right around the 40-yard line.
Knock back the lineman of the Dolphins. Really hasn't come into play.
Out quick, River Craycraft across the middle of the 40-yard line with a catch for the first down. We'll mark it at the 39. Pick up 21.
Doesn't matter that much because they have all that safety support behind.
Tua again throws perfect timing to Craycraft down at the 20-yard line. There he goes in motion, turn it up. Tua, pressure, gets rid of it to Berrios, who brought it in at the 2. Traffic there with Hill and Berrios, but Braxton Berrios, the former Patriot draft pick, sets up first and goal.
A lot of picks will be forthcoming here.
Out of timeouts, clock starts. Tua looks, throws, touchdown Tyreek Hill. No deep balls for Hill, but he gets free. A beautiful 2-minute drive. The captain of the 87 season, his class of 88 when he graduated high school. He's back in New England and calling plays. Shy midfield. Mac Jones gets it out quick. It's caught on the sideline by Devontae Parker. Used the width of the field there and some speed to gain another 9 yards.
Over.
Good adjustment. It's going to be a toss. Stevenson in the backfield. He is denied.
But that little slant wheel flat has just been a nightmare for teams. There it is again.
And it opens up the space for Tyreek Hill. Little beat button spin, get out of there, and over to the 26-yard line. Melissa start. Dolphins empty it out. A-Chain and Ingold are the two backs who are in. And Tua throwing sideline for Waddle, goes up and pulls it in at the 30-yard line.
Looks like a cover zero opportunity to take it down the field.
Pressure on. Tua rid of it quick, deflected over the middle. Duggar did a nice job of getting that left hand up for the Dolphins. And Jason Sanders. Patriots went on late. They got a piece of it. It was blocked off the edge by Brendan Schooler, and Duggar recovers on the other side of midfield.
Never seen it.
Yeah, that's a new one. Patriots get the ball back, and Mac Jones to the air completes a Hunter Henry to the 41-yard line.
Keep them involved.
1. Jones throws, Stevenson catches. First down, Ramondre Stevenson. Out of bounds at the 33. And Mac Jones gets pushed by Mike Gesicki and has the first down. So from the 22, Jones to Parker. Picked off, let's see. The ball is ruled with hats down because the receiver was out of bounds. The officials discussing. The Dolphins celebrating at the moment.
The rookie on defense. That was some play.
There's Mac Jones throwing in the middle. Complete to Hunter Henry. That's the 42-yard line.
We haven't seen much of Gesicki either, and he's a good route runner.
Jones is flushed. Chased by Van Ginkel. Fires to Juju. Smith-Schuster's got it at the 30-yard line. Kept earning playing time, versatility inside and outside. Without Jalen Phillips, he's been an edge guy tonight. He's done the job. Wilkins breaks in. Jones takes off. Flag comes down. Jones runs for a first down. And let's see what the marker will be.
Give the ball to his best player and give him a chance to go score a touchdown.
Mac Jones going to keep this one and throw to the end zone. Touchdown, Hunter Henry. They stretch him out. Henry grabs it. 3 Tua throws. Durham Smythe with the catch to the first down at the 45-yard line.
I'll take
Basketball. It's my man for the 45. Here's Tua looking deep, taking a shot downfield for Tyreek. Underthrown, intercepted. The rookie Christian Gonzalez, who is having another impact game. In 10, Dolphins bring some heat, and Van Ginkel does it again. Gets to Mac Jones and sacks him.
The Miami Dolphins pick out 12 yards after that interception/punt.
And he sees those double teams all the time with the great gunners in the history of the league. Mostert takes off and goes the distance for the touchdown. So the Patriots defense sees Mostert pull off the biggest run of the night. 7, here comes Miami with pressure. Jones bails, throws, Parker caught it at the 37-yard line. Been a lot of Devontae Parker here tonight.
They've been getting better as the game goes along, especially in the pass protection part.
2nd and 3, Stevenson inside run. Ramondre Stevenson to the 17-yard line. Parker saying, what do I got? Give me a call. Let's go down. Do something. Jones runs, directs, throws complete to Juju Smith-Schuster. In the field of play, marked down to the 2, 1st and goal. And Stevenson goes in for the touchdown. And the Patriots go 75 yards down the field in 3 minutes and 20 seconds and stay alive in this one. As they will look at Waddle in the blue tent, and Mostert will run to the right and gain 11 yards to the 44-yard line. 2nd and 8, Ringgold the motion, Mostert the carry inside to the 35-yard line. He's one shy of the first down. Tua with the snap issue there will be stopped and loses a couple of yards. The ball goes back to the 37. That means it's a 55-yard field goal if they so choose from here.
They come again with that trick play.
Sanders missed it. Comes out to the bottom of the screen. Miami brings the heat underneath. It's Bourne with the catch. Kendrick Bourne at the 40-yard line. It'll be his 40th pass of the night. Bradley Chubb coming in. He's got him. Chubb throws him down. Tight end package. 4 in the pattern. Jones throws in the middle. It's caught by Gesicki. But does he hang on? Yes, he does. It's 4th down coming up here.
Mac Jones.
Here comes Chubb. Jones throws. It's caught. Gesicki flips it back. It's brought in by Strange, the offensive lineman, pushing to the 29. Does he get it? What's the spot? Burst down. Not getting the foot down. And here it is Strange by inches shy of the 29. And the Dolphins are going to come away with this one.
After review, the runner was down short of the line to gain at the 29.5-yard line. Therefore, we have a turnover on down. It will be Miami's ball, 1st and 10.